we're going to be trying this again. For those of you who have no idea what I mean by when I say I'm going to try this again, I tried to play this yesterday, and I wasted 2.5 hours of my life. Half an hour of it was recording the first ending, and then like it not actually recording, and then recorded a good chunk of the game, and apparently it fucked up. And I figured out what the fuck up was. So I am going to actually be able to play the game today. The fuck up was that I had it in game capture mode when I should have been in window capture, because I play it in a window, and I didn't even think about that, so I fucked up the whole game because I'm an idiot. It's pretty much the whole reason I fucked up the game. I'm an idiot. Actually, it's quite funny how stupid I am, but I'm not going to go into that into too much depth while this thing's trying to load itself. Getting messages already. Like, guys, hey, I'm gaming. Just notifications.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright guys, so that's all the information we need from the game, is that something strange is going on here, and there's really no explanation for it. Now, like I said, I attempted to live stream this yesterday and I had to take it down because of glitches. So I'm going to right off the bat show you guys the easiest ending to get. It's one of my favorites.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
The end is never... Actually, the end is never, the end is never, the end is loading. So that is the simplest ending to get.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Come on, I know you know how to get up here. I'll probably have to show you guys that one later because it's not working right. He's dying behind me because he refuses to use his inhaler half the time, so. Anyways. We have 2 in this room. One's yours, one's mine, goofball. Yeah. Remember my mom gave me back mine and I was borrowing yours while I was really sick? Give me 1 second, guys. I'll explain that. What I just hit. It's probably in the backpack. So this thing, input received, it's on a couple of computers actually. You guys will see and you guys will like it. Just trust me. I'm just gonna push all the buttons.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is the biggest decision in the game, guys. Should I listen to the narrator, whom I don't exactly trust, or should I not? Should I? Shouldn't I? And we'll listen to him this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Something on here. Targets. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Get Chris out of the broom closet. I saw this last time, and I was like, oh, I should check out the broom closet. And I didn't. Everyone is unique, you most of all. Okay, cool. Now, I went into the broom closet last time, but I didn't really, like, chill there or anything. Like, I just kind of, like, opened the door and went in.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I didn't look around, like, at all. So I'm gonna... Because obviously...
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I'm looking for something. Bugger off!
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Does FA stand for fuck off for you too? Because I am literally apparently sitting here...
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Looking for something to toy around with. There's got to be something. The demo of this game had like hidden
realize
shit.
There's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
I wanted to get Chris out of the broom closet.
Because literally, this
Excuse
closet
me.
is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
You didn't mention it. That's not the point here. I really
Maybe
can't.
to you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I find it considering that you just use pink lettering. And that color pink that
Stanley
you
was fat
can't.
and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What the fuck? I am not addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Apparently
Got to
I'm
his
dead.
broom closet, explored it a bit, and we're just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
How many times does that actually
Well, in a
happen when the
situation
game
like
was
this,
released?
The responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
I'm wearing headphones. Nobody can hear you.
Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead.
Apparently I'm
He or
dead.
she has fallen prey
I
to
fell-
any
I fell
number of
prey
your
to-
countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species.
I died.
Please remove their corpse from the area.
Please remove my
and
body.
instruct another human to take their place.
Another human.
Making sure they
Supposed to take my
understand
place.
first-person video game mechanics.
Does anybody
and
understand
filling them in
video
on the
game
history of
mechanics?
narrative tropes in video gaming.
Narrative
so that
tropes.
the irony and insightful
Irony?
commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Irony. There's somebody here named Irony who might actually get the irony of this game. No? I'm a dead body, apparently. No. No. Okay, then.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
I wonder.
I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
If I go back in this closet, I'm going to piss you off.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids.
I'm not an
Perhaps there's
invalid.
a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Would a dog work? Or a cat? Babe, go get one of the animals. Because apparently I'm dead. There's nobody who's competent enough to take over second player. Second player, I tried to play as a dead person as a second player, and I'm not competent enough. He said he needs like a monkey or a fish. You think a dog or a cat would do? You don't know? You don't know either? I'll try. I guess I'll try since I'm fucking retarded. I'm happy.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But I'm stupid. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. So I'm gonna go downstairs because I don't understand what the narrator said. Because I'm stupid.
But
Enough of
Stanley
that.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he
Like going out a
believed
back door?
everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he
Something's
thought
not
to
right.
himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a
soda machine.
single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Either
And as
just me
Stanley
walking in
pondered this,
complete
he
another
began
circle.
to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Mine horror
No,
game.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the
If
conclusion
I'm an horror game,
that
I
it
need
had
to
been
get out
on
of the
the tip
dark.
of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh
Then
shit,
he
son.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star.
I'm back on the ground.
And it too appeared.
Oh,
it was so much
shit,
fun.
Star Wars.
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
I can't go fast enough
How
for
was
that.
he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them
I think
all
he's on
entered
drugs.
Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was
Drugs.
describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, it was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
He's on drugs.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Because he's on drugs.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Should I get him to a chair?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I am not okay!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please,
Drugs.
just someone
This is
tell me
all
I'm
a
real.
bad
I
drug
must be
trip.
real. I must be
Steely, it's okay. This is all a bad drug trip. It's okay.
And everything went black.
It's all a bad drug trip.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
He's actually a woman named Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place
Never
of
mind.
work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well, fuck. The end is never the end. The end is loading. What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Console mark. Found a new ending, guys. It's through the door.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Bitch! Found a whole other ending because I screwed with
When
doors.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I don't?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Maybe I should listen to him.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Okay, so he's being less
But
of an
eager to get
asshole.
back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's get back on
And
track.
so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
And I can't go back. Okay, so I should listen to him. Things changed, I'm gonna listen to him.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Don't get fired. Great advice, friend.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm good, I don't need to get shrooms from the dude named Larry downstairs. I am good on that.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Thank you so much, narrator man. Why do I have a feeling that this way is something important? I just can't see well enough. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. My phone keeps blinking. It's slightly distracting. Jesus!
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Apparently it doesn't work anymore. I broke it. It's like I break everything.
Stanley
Probably
walked
including
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
So we're just going to hit an escape? That says escape. Mind Control Escape. I said I'd follow him, so I'm gonna listen. This time will be the time I listen.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well, why the fuck not? Stanley's a brave dude. It's pretty cool. A little crazy, but pretty cool.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And
my God.
One of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
My word. The detail. Or should I say lack thereof, because I just saw employee number 427's desk, or 433. 433 and 000 are both next to each other, but they're 278 and 294. It's still pretty cool though, like seriously.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Maybe.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
There goes
his
my
own
number.
Life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Pirate.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Apparently
Had he
there's a
truly
pirate room.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Apparently. Oh, excuse me. Apparently.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Thank you. Okay, so, why, Satanic Cross, why? When there was a meme that went, well, not really a meme, but there was an informative post that went around Facebook about the upside down cross in this one. Turns out this one's the Satanic Cross. I did look it up because I was curious. Why, Stanley Parable? Why? What's going on? Y'all dabbling with the little red, with the, well, depending on your interpretation. Just in generally sized red man. Not that it's a bad thing, not that it's a good thing, just why is that there? Oh, excuse me, guys. It's been a very long day. Very, very long day. So.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Curious as to what that is, because I cannot see that in any way, shape, or form. My hair's floofed into the everywhere. Off. Turn all this shit off. No more. Because I am good, Stanley. No more.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Woo!
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Woo!
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Which is very
Where
true.
had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps
That's all Stanley
his goal
ever
had
wanted.
been to understand. But to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Now I'll point something out to you guys. I feel that this ending, it's a great ending, but I feel like it's the first ending they came up with, and it's like really lazy. Like, cause it's just, oh, happy ending. Y'all know me, I can't deal with a happy ending in a game. It can't be happy. Kinda looks like a little bit of Skyrim mixed with a little bit of, so some San Andreas architecture there. Oh, the parking lot. Did the world end? And why is there such a small parking lot for such a large facility? I have questions.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Good for him. It's very good for him. Still feel like it's a cop-out, but still really good for him. I'm gonna check the chat and make sure that this is still working. Give me a second, guys. I'll check up on you. Oh, the stream health doesn't look good. There's probably nobody watching. Usually never is. Oh, there's one person watching. Thank you. Well, whoever you are, you've been watching, I think, the whole time. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope the game's running smoothly for you because I worry. Need this on top. Okay, so I'm going to continue on with the game here. Look, mouse, I don't need you there. I need you there. Thank you. Resume. Okay, so now we're back in the office after that very strange cop-out ending.
All his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
This is the first office we were in, yes. We were in that strange second office before. Here's another awaiting input. One of my dogs is deciding to bark. Not sure which one. Probably the puggle. No comment from the narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So we went left, and we got out. I know there's also another ending that way, but I'm going to
This was not the correct
go
way
against
to the
him this
meeting room,
time.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Gonna, like, just...
Yes,
until you kick out a drink.
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I don't think there's anything else. That's really depressing.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Don't even blame me, a-hole.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Nope. I can
Stanley
hear
was
my
so bad
phone
at
going
following
off and it's
directions,
annoying.
it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
None.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen
Yup.
to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Keep making me
Let
out
me
to be
prove it.
stupid.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
No!
Now
Oh,
listen
God.
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Fuck you.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
We're communicating perfectly fine. I don't want to go through the red door because you're telling me go through the red door. I have a feeling I'll be wheeled out on one of those if I go through that door. Do I I listen to him or not? Do I listen to him or not? Oh goodness, my phone's going off again. Do I listen or not? Can I go through this door? I'll go through this door. Babe! Red or blue? Okay, so he's telling me red,
Oh,
so we're gonna go
you
through
are
the
willing
red.
to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running.
Okay,
just
this
the way
is
you're
way
doing right
too many
now.
turns.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
This is actually very, very nightmare-esque, and I don't know what way to go. I went right last time with the red, so I'll go left this time with the... Yeah. Sorry, guys, I don't know why I keep yawning.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What are we looking for? Sorry, important mother needs...
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Oh, it's putting me to sleep. I don't like this room. It's too calm and too tranquil, and I'm too hyper for it.
No, wait. Where are you going?
On an adventure? Fuck.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Really? So I don't have to go back into the boring room again? Is there something I can actually...
No, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
That's it?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No!
That was completely accidental.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Nope.
No. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
Dude, you're a
go back
dick.
to what I was before.
You have to.
If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Because you treat me like crap, and you're now trying to put me in a room where I'm going to be asleep the whole time. Nope.
Stanley?
That time was on
Let's go back
purpose.
to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Oh, alright. If I get bored and tired again, I'm out.
Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. No, perhaps not.
I don't think you can say anything to me if the pause menu's up, so...
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
I get...
That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No, you're not. I don't want to be stuck in Tranquil Room and fall asleep for the rest of my life. I am not Snow White. I am not Sleeping Beauty. I am none of those things. I am a man who would like to play the rest of this game, not sit in a happy, fluffy room. I mean, the happy, fluffy room would be great if I needed to meditate, but I feel no need for that right now. I feel the need to get the fuck out of here and continue on. So, not that I hate your game, but... Really?
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
You called me stupid earlier, so fuck off.
Well, this one is yours.
Called me fat and ugly earlier and all this bullshit. Fuck you!
Is it over?
Yep.
It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm going back.
Yep. Yes, diddly doodle you are. You glado-sacked motherfucker. Maybe now I can do it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Out the window! Which is now behind us.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
I'm completely fucking tired of this gag.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right...
Not listening to him, bitch. Because he literally is just that. A whiny bitch. What is my phone even doing? My mother trying to get a hold of me and all this crazy shit. People keep skipping one of my favorite holidays, and I've been having a war with a friend of mine on Facebook about it, and he's literally blowing up my phone every time I try to talk to my mother about how, oh, Christmas is so much better than Thanksgiving. Well, I'm sorry, we already passed one of my favorite holidays. My second favorite holiday is coming up, and then Christmas is like my third. Because I love Halloween, because I love all the horror. I love Thanksgiving because I love being with my family, and then Christmas. Christmas is a fun holiday. Snow. You know, winter. That's usually like the Christmas-esque kind of thing. There's always snow, it's always winter where I'm from. And it's like, yes. But everybody's trying to skip Thanksgiving, it's like, screw y'all!
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
This narrative is entirely different from what I've done before. Like, I don't think I've ever heard the narrative say this set of lines. It's time to break the game. I think it's about that time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stan? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yup.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am very powerful. Completely just told the game who's boss by jumping off a ledge.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Let me in the door, I want to blaze it. Let me in the door, I want to blaze it. Fine. I'm seriously curious if you can go in there or not. Like, are all these rooms accessible?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I am doing this again with gusto.
Now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, hush yourself.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be
So I'm thinking we should go back to the rainbow doors.
The story has been about nothing but you.
Let's go back to the rainbow
all this
door.
time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the
Perfect
middle of
landing
something.
right on the edge.
Zero consideration for others?
I have zero
Are you
consideration
that
for
convinced that I
you.
want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Trying to make me
prove
paranoid
that I'm
and
on
shit.
your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yes, I'm going through the red door because I already went through the blue door and I'm curious.
Thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really
I already did this, didn't I?
All this time. The problem is all these choices.
Fuck.
The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Fuck! I just went down a path I already took. Okay, so that's already been done. I didn't get sassy and go through the blue door the whole time and tell him to pretty much screw himself, did I?
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Because I don't give a flying fuck about him anymore. I am purely looking for the other inputs. Because I think you guys will like the input screens. I can't believe I fucked up. Sorry guys, I fucked up. Not gonna fuck up again,
When
but I
Stanley
fucked up.
came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Angry middle finger.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
How is it that I
really, I'm
die
not.
from this fall,
I realize
but
that investing your trust in
I
someone
take
else
that
can
other
be
fall,
difficult,
that
but
flying
the
leap
fact
from like
is that
3
the story
floors
has
up
been
and
about
I
nothing
don't
but you
die.
all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
None for you.
others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, I don't know my colors. I don't know my
Perhaps you misunderstood.
colors.
Stanley walked
I don't know my
through the red door.
colors.
I still don't think we're communicating
I don't know my
properly. Stanley, all right,
colors.
fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see?
Ah, it's the room I was
There's
looking
nothing
for.
here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be
It's
here in the
orange,
first place.
and I like orange.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yep.
Do you not think
'Cause I
put
get
a
my
lot of
orange
time
room.
into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you
Yep.
wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
orange.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Orange.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Orange. I am very happy with this. Ceiling light, wall. Office space, C alternative. Iteration.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
Yes, because I got to
Feel
pick
free
orange.
To be honest, I'm looking for some
But it's
real
not perfect
critical
because you're a
feedback
dick.
here.
Let me think about this for a second. I'm happy there's orange, so that rates it at least a 3. But he's a dick, so it's not a 5. So it's either 3 or 4. Is it so terribly bad that I rated it a 3, or is it okay enough with the orange that I should rate it a pardon me 4? Well, it looks like there are different kinds of orange, even though it's all lighting, so I'm going to go with 4.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you.
The color
if I
orange.
Can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park.
All
with this
the
one. Let's take a look.
orange. Oh. Oh. We're having some texture issues, aren't we? At least we're going back to the
Now,
orange room.
would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Again, glad for all the orange, but at the same time, fuck you, I'm better
Hey, I
than a
nearly
dead
forgot
rat.
I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
I would highly-
Let me boot it up.
Mind.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh, that's a loud noise. Why? Why is this a thing? Yeah, no, I can't look. I'm done. It's cardboard. The baby is cardboard.
You heartless bastard. Did
Really?
you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out
The
of
baby's
ideas.
okay, guys.
I can't
Look.
think of a single thing
Baby's
that might
okay.
improve the
Fire's
experience
fake.
for you. I'm not
Baby's
even going to
fake.
try.
All of it's
I'm
fake.
Out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
You could go through my Steam library and check it out.
This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Where are you putting me? Really?
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley.
Why are you here, Flowey?
I'm going to build a house.
What?
This will go here. No, here. And then...
Angry narrator is angry at me.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
I wouldn't call it a work of art,
but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand?
Fucking fabulous.
Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if...
Fantastic.
Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Oh, it's a shame I can't jump.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Why would I bring a light?
Oh, no,
I know we're playing Minecraft.
This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear.
Whoa.
Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Those were spiders. I had no weapon. Fabulous.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Well, that was an angry gesture. Anyways. I'm bringing my friend with me.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
You and GLaDOS would be really good friends, you dick.
Genius.
Here's an amateur science logo on the bottom. I love this.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience.
At least you understand
Portal.
Portal.
Rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings.
Apparently I lost signal. Beta. This is a beta testing? We in the beta testing? Alpha testing? Please rate your experience. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in here somewhere. I see 5s and 1s. Well, fuck! I lost my radio. Radio! Apparently no. I can't see diddly squat. It is very dark in here. Those look like the two doors I made the choices at, so I'm gonna go back. Light! God, I hope this is working for you guys, because this is actually really cool. My office looks very different. I like the extensive computers. Am I now a YouTuber? No. It got dark.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his
Probably
choice.
hell.
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
Yep, hell.
He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Thanks, the end's already here, but, you know, I am listening to him, just my mother keeps... She just keeps checking on me. I think she may have saw me go on stream, so she's checking on me. What even is this? Anyways, from my little brother
All this
later, that was your
clever has
message.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Adoptive little
Perhaps
brother.
he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so I think I've not listened to him a few times, but I'm gonna do it again. Wait, what the fuck?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
The office keeps
Perhaps he wanted
changing.
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
Yeah.
it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
Now
on
I'm
his
actually
left.
gonna take the lift and see where it goes.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
That's
sure
your fault,
I
not
really
mine.
am not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else
What?
can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you
Oh,
all
not gonna
this
instead.
time.
Still
There's
live
someone
streaming,
you've
so I'm
been
still talking to the
neglecting,
computer.
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
He's
Please,
saying that we
stop
got off on
trying
the
to make
wrong
every
foot, and it's
decision
like,
by
yeah, that's
yourself.
not my fault.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
The hell is her?
This is it,
My phone went
Stanley.
off again?
Your chance to redeem
Oh,
yourself.
Jesus.
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's she?
That's her, Stanley.
I see a cord.
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yup.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it It's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves
Took
to
off my
one
headphones to
another.
answer you,
Music
goofball.
comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley.
Nope.
You're a real person.
Yep.
I can't believe I was so mistaken.
Yep.
This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
Yep.
And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely.
You let
It's
me
as
run
though you
around for this
completely
period of time.
ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't
I know
have that
severity
kind of
of the
risk on my
situation.
watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Can I plug it back in?
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
That's fabulous.
Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that
That
unlike
first
here,
one
the
sounds like
real
a good
world makes
choice.
sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack. I don't know either.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if
that
your
choice.
choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever
God,
make a
that's bad.
significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time,
really dark
your
outside.
instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed
Very dark.
that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what
Let
the
me out
correct
before
thing
that
to do
happens to
would have
me.
been. This way, please.
Everything's fenced in. Fabu.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That
Y'all
story
look
would
like-
make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before
Right
the
there.
narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Behind me,
Unfortunately,
there's a kitty.
It seems this place is not well equipped to deal
he's
with
like right there.
reality.
I can't. He's right behind me. He's literally like right here. Kitty. Kitty. I'm choosing to show you guys the kitty. Because he's cute. Yeah, you're cute. He loves being handled, but not awkwardly like I just did. Figured you guys needed a kitty cat break.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope. I thought it went through the door. Never mind. No.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps
What
we're not
the
too
fuck?
late.
I broke it. I broke the game. Oh, I fucked it up.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work?
Oh, God.
No. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
My hide on the steps like Harry Potter. Oh, he completely destroys the game.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
You
Now
hate
look
me
where
more
we
than
are.
GLaDOS
My
does.
entire game was
Jesus.
destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
You hate me
What,
more
did you
than
think that would be
GLaDOS,
funny?
dude.
You
Like,
just had
not
to
cool.
see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
Nope.
That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I'm actually 23. I'm a grown adult.
My story. If you'd just gone
Your
through the door on the
story.
left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious.
I
It
know,
would have been
I've
so
already been
perfect.
there.
I
It
worked
was.
so hard on it. I
You didn't
tried
work
so
very hard. What?
Is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
I can change
I'm quite
it?
sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on
I
his
sneezed
left.
all over myself. Fine. Thank you. I'm gonna listen now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Which I can't access
Surely
at
behind
all.
This door lay all the answers
Which
to
I
his
just tried,
questions.
trust me.
And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
In front of the door. I'm more mute than anybody. Link, Shell, and all the mute characters.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Yeah, nothing, friendo.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please
I heard ya.
the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I know it is. I just
Okay,
heard me,
fine,
can't seem to
you're
get
not
through the
gonna
door.
do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
Okay, so I don't want to hear him sit there and beg for Stanley to answer, because Stanley never answers. Stanley just... What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, so there, that was the credits.
Stanley was so bad at following
Actually
directions,
answer the
it's
phone this
incredible he
time.
wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Now my question is, who is her?
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
If you truly place your faith in another, pick up the phone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Fuck you.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Did you seriously put up a brick wall? Very childish. Very childish.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Really now. Press Y and
Stanley
game
is quite a
pad.
boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please press L.
But in his mind,
Trigger not
in his
not
mind,
bumper.
he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Everybody say hi to my sister. Snapchatting her a photo of me live streaming because she has bad timing. She has very bad timing. Anyways, so right track to
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path. Waifu. Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Waifu? Waifu? Waifu, tell me you love me. Waifu? Waifu, why won't you talk to me? You mannequin bitch!
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
Help me fix our lamp, you're my only hope.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I'll sit here and spin the whole time. It's not doing anything. It's not helping. It's not hurting. Coffee's doing the same thing. Apparently I have to press the button because YXA, select, start. Game's now paused. I have to hit B.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
By letting him the fuck out. Left. Button.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And
I didn't touch anything that time. It just told me, please die. And apparently I did. And apparently I'm squashing a ditter butt. Kitty butt! I did her. So that was fantastic.
All of his coworkers
I think this guy's
were
on
gone.
drugs.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nah, friend, I don't think you've simply missed a memo. Nah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? 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 What doing? Nibbling on me. What doing? Just like nibbled on my foot for no reason. We have a strange cat. He nibbled my foot for absolutely no reason. This office is different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so to the right, I have done, I think, every decision. I have gone through. Oh no, there's still one more decision I haven't done. I am only
This was
leaning
not the
back
correct way
because
to
my
the meeting
back's
room,
starting to
and
kill
Stanley
me,
knew
guys.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop
Lean
by
on
the
the
employee lounge
softness.
first, just to admire it.
Just for a moment.
It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
This is what we have not
And so
done.
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nah. We're gonna go down the strange elevator. Because, hey, I don't remember where this leads. I always forget where this leads.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Cool.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
No?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
I don't know.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
They're dogs.
Now, let's see.
I hear them, I
Down,
feel them.
Right, left, down, left, right.
Yep.
Okay, yes.
I Speedy.
I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely
Hey, babe.
this way.
Since I've got a dog parade on me, and I'm pretty sure they have to go out, could you please kindly take them out? You guys can only see the one. This is the Speedy. He's cute, and he's tiny, and he's shaking. So he probably has to go potty. I just can't exactly... What do you hear that I can't? Probably a lot. Yes, all the kisses. It's not on the mouth. Not on the mouth, Bupper. Cheek kisses? Yeah, I welcome cheek kisses. Yeah. Y'all get to see the cute puppy, and then I'll finish this ending. Just, you know, cute puppy hiatus here. Go on, cute puppy. Well, not so much of a puppy. Go on. Go on, baby. Go on. Oh! Ow. Anyways, cute puppy break over. Let's go. Where are we going? I wonder.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay, so apparently we're starting from the top here. Sorry for whoever's watching. I'm also checking Twitter really quick. And my friend being an idiot. Anyways. So.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I forgot to check the other computers thoroughly. Like an idiot. I don't think it's on any of those, but I always check anyways. What the fuck?
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or...
I didn't touch the story.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
This is looking more like a wreck to me. Okay then. Try going this way.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
I don't know what he did.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why is it that Stanley gets his own office, but these people in these rooms don't? What makes Stanley's button pushing so much more important? That he gets his own office. And other people do not. Oh, it got worse.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Not now, phone emotions,
I knew
roar.
we missed something. The story. Here it comes.
I can literally hear my phone going off like that. Oh, come on, dude. I saw the end.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way.
I saw the
and
end. I want
retrace
to
our
keep
steps.
doing. What the fuck?
Now this...
Last of Us?
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my
Demo?
story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Sorry about that, guys. Apparently I disconnected. I'm going to go check the actual... I am still not... There we go. I am now back online. I didn't go very far, guys, I promise. I promise. I didn't go anywhere. Just had my game hate me for a few seconds. So, put you down. Go back to you. I don't know where it dropped out. So, here's what we're doing. We're following this line. I'm checking the computers. We're still following the line. More computers to check. Getting off track.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
The line. Trademarked. Because there's no doors. It's fabulous. Love it. No doors. Mother effer. Playing solitaire.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
No.
Look, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of
Why?
no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
You do that while I follow
Now,
this
we
train
can
of
both
thought.
agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
I don't know where the artist is going with all
I think what we
this.
need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Fuck, I'm stuck. Alright, I'll continue on the line. Just die a little bit there. Where even is this line taking me? Pixar Land? What are you doing here? Man, the sign looks like it's on drugs. Could have just walked right past that. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. I thought maybe. No. These doors out here are always 0B something. Or something B something. It's like 0B1, 0B2. Don't understand. Hopper just scared the crap out of me. He's sitting next to me. Out of the camera view. So confused. What is with this line?
Cut the music, go back, and look at that fern.
Are you kidding me? Do you seriously cut off that music for a
Stanley,
fern?
this fern will be very
Fuck
important
you.
later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line. You do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Can't go back through there because I don't think there's any doors still. No doors.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Still no doors. Some mystery door that has no number on it. We're back here.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay then. Wait for him to finish his temper tantrum. So what are we supposed to do now, friend? Friend?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
Friend, where are we
intelligent
going?
people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
428? 437? 437?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I will lead this back to a room with another fern. So his fern...
Oh,
What?
no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Rest in peace, headphone users. Rest in peace, me, because they just made me deaf. Where are you taking me, line? It's a very destructive little line right there. Very destructive.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
I'm just gonna sit here for a
Okay,
minute.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Totally.
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
And open the door.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
If you guys want to read what
And we're
this
supposed to
says,
restart the game
just,
eight times?
go ahead and read through this.
That's really how all
Babe,
this goes?
you are being beckoned.
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My
So we're
mind
here.
goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
Why is it
really-
Stanley?
No, it can't be.
You whiny bitch.
I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So,
There was no illusion of
Okay.
choice. Both the doors were the same choice.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm
Not
quite
really.
sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
They just like completely freaking vetoed what I was doing. But okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
So yeah, I'm not seeing nothing. So
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think we're gonna leave the live stream here for now, and I'll come back to there are a couple other endings I will come back to later on. So thank you guys, guy or gal. There's probably still only one person watching the stream, but thank you so much for watching this. If you liked it, let me know down in the comments below and everything, and you know, I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye. If I can get this figured out.